Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Alright Seipher, we're ready.
I wonder if that hyperlink up in the corner was ever active during the lifetime of this game. Questions to think about. Anyway, hey everyone, Seipher here, and welcome back to Seipher Plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Reshef of Destruction. In the last episode, we returned to Domino City to push the final invading forces of the Neo Ghouls out for good, and track down where they had taken Ishizu. We managed to do both of those things, hopping a train at Domino Station, taking it to the Egypt exhibition, to confront their leader, Bandit Keith. We managed to best him, leading to us obtaining the Millennium Puzzle, reuniting Yugi with his other self, claiming the Winged Dragon of Ra, and restoring Slifer and Obelisk from stone. Unfortunately, Ra is trapped in its spear mode, and Reshef managed to possess Keith long enough to shatter the Millennium Puzzle, after which it and Mokuba were taken by the Paradox brothers, or at least a piece of the puzzle anyway. This time, with our end goal of reaching Sol Chevalsky in hand, we're taking a heed of advice from a Millennium Guardian to seek out a man named Paradox, who is currently in China, who can show us the way to Sol Chevalsky's castle. So, we have to quickly make our way to China. I am Paradox. I am the sage of all duelists. I have heard many things about you. Okay, so we are... If you've played any of the video games for the first series of Yu-Gi-Oh!, you probably have an idea of who this is. He has shown up in plenty of them, and he's actually shown up in the manga and anime, though he doesn't have the weird blue skin in the manga and anime. Anyway, what do you... However, there's something different about you. You're not who I expected. Enough with the weird introductions. Let's cut to the chase. Where's Pegasus? Joey, we should know where he is, but whatever. Why do you want to know? We have to stop the Dark Being at all costs. Reshef the Dark Being. If the 3 Egyptian god cards regained their power, it may be possible to thwart Reshef's grand design. Yeah, so tell us where he's at. Patience, young one. Patience. Seipher, the Winged Dragon of Ra you hold. That card will not help you at Pegasus's castle. The Winged Dragon of Ra has not yet awoken. That's right. It's in spear mode, right? You must restore Ra's power. There must be someone who knows how to awake it. Well, there are people who know how to wake it, and our best guess would be to go see Ishizu since she's a tomb keeper. So back to the town of Domino we go. Did you meet Paradox? Well, I see. Only 2 men have deciphered the ancient hieroglyphics needed to awaken Ra. The first is Kaiba, but he is currently got blinders on as he rushes toward Pegasus's castle because he apparently knows where it is, although, frankly, Yugi and Joey should know where it is as well. And even if we did go to him, he would not help us. He went after Mokuba, and we just have to meet the other guy. The other is my brother, Marik. Yeah, that's not surprising. Ah, that makes sense. The Winged Dragon of Ra belonged to Marik. Marik is living a new life in Egypt. Please see him there. Alright, so we have our next destination. Before we do head off, I do want to quickly go over a few things with my deck. As we will see, I have actually changed around a few of my monsters. I added a new Vampire Lord that I picked up in the card shop. I still have the 2 Dark Flare Knights, 2 Ancient Lamps. I got another copy of Revival Jam that showed up in the shop. And I got another copy of Amazon Archers, replacing Negate Attack with it, because it's honestly the same thing, only better in this game. I did also get a few other copies, and I do have another copy of Kaiba Man I could use, but I feel like that's not really necessary, as we have a bit of an issue where we only have one dragon in the deck, and it's the only dragon I would want to use Kaiba Man with. So it's really odd dependent on us getting Slifer in the hand to be able to use Kaiba Man to his full effect. Anyway, off to Egypt we go, and for those of you who watched my previous Let's Play, or rather not previous, but the Sacred Cards Let's Play, which there should be an iCard about now, this will be a moment that you're looking forward to. Ah, it has been too long. Greetings, Pharaoh. Welcome, powerful duelists. Powerful duelists, huh? I love hearing that every time. Odeon, how are you? I am well, as you can see. Ha ha ha! Yeah, you're looking good. My friends, what brings you here? We're here to see Marik. We have to talk to him. It is most unfortunate, but I cannot permit you to see him. That isn't the answer we're looking for. Seipher, that's not cool, right? Admittedly, I do want to talk to him, but clearly he doesn't want to be found. So yeah, we are given a choice here. Now, I will say that if we choose Let's Come Back Later, we will not have to duel Odeon. It is frankly a thing that I would recommend, especially if you're playing Vanilla Reshef, because this is a small duel gauntlet, and it is a tough one. However, since I have a bit of a history with Odeon, I want to duel him. So, let's go. Let's decide in a duel. Yeah, that simplifies things. I see you are unwilling to leave. I guess it cannot be helped. I, Odeon, will not allow you to disturb Master Marik. Let's duel. Okay, so this could be a tough fight. Thankfully, we have a pretty powerful opening hand. Anyway, Marik's right-hand man and the chief of staff of the original Ghouls is here. Say hello to Odeon. Let's get this out of the way right out the gate. Odeon is a major obstacle and uptick in difficulty from our previous duels. Let's throw Mavelus in defense mode. He starts the duel on a wasteland terrain which a number of his monsters benefit from. His attributes are varied, but mostly focus on Earth and non-tribute monsters that have a base attack of 2,000 or less. He also has quite a bit in terms of spells and traps, which are his main source of strength. He has monster removal cards such as Widespread Ruin, Torrential Tribute, and Raigeki. He has back row removal in Harpy's Feather Duster, board wipes in Heavy Storm and Final Destiny, stall cards like Infinite Dismissal / Negate Attack, Amazon Archers, and Swords of Revealing Light, and counter trap cards in case you want to use any Raigeki or life point recovery cards to turn them against you, so he can be pretty devastating to deal with. Now, I'm just going to... I want to save my Harpy's Feather Duster, so I may take a few hits. Alright, now that I know that he doesn't have anything, let's destroy that Keldo. We have taken a bit of damage, so we're in a bit of a bad position. But hey, as long as we're trading monsters, it's fine. I can easily bring this back around. You'll want to be pretty careful, and thankfully, due to how this game works, we don't have to worry so much about if he only places one face-down card, because we can just hammer into him one at a time rather than summoning a monster and then going into battle phase. That's kind of one of the strengths that this game has over the others. Alright, well, that takes care of that one trap, and we're almost out of this. But yeah, you may want to just skip this fight if you end up having to do it, because it can be pretty tough. Case in point, he just summoned a giant Rex that is pretty powerful. And you know what? Let's use his own monster against him because we've got brain control. Not that I needed it, but oh well. Dual victory. Deck capacity increased by 5. 10,000 domino, so pretty sizable amounts. And widespread ruin. Pretty good trap card. Destroys one monster instantaneously when triggered. Gah, what strength and determination. Why do you need to speak with Master Marik so urgently? Let them enter, Odeon. Master Marik, are you certain? Of course, I don't mind. Please forgive my rudeness. Please enter. Admittedly, Odeon went a lot easier than I expected. Father, Mother, and all those people I harmed. I hope that the sun shines upon your spirits. Hello, it has been a long time. Master Marik, forgive us for disturbing your rituals. It does not matter. They are always welcome. Even my departed father would have welcomed them. Marik, we need your help. We have to awaken Seipher's winged dragon of Ra. Tell me more. So, that explains why my sister left in a hurry. It makes sense now. I understand what you seek. Great, then how about getting right on it? I will not awaken Ra so easily. What? I believe you know why. Ra is the most powerful of the Egyptian god cards. You felt its mystical strength firsthand. I mean, sure, you used it against me in the sacred cards, but I assume you're also referring to something that we just saw. Yep, case in point. Yeah, you're right. Ra is seriously scary. So, I have a proposal, Seipher. I will test you. I will determine if you are worthy of using Ra. If you fail to defeat me in a duel, then you are unfit to bear the winged dragon of Ra. Alright, it's time to duel. Alright, so another tough opponent for us. Hopefully this goes smoothly. And he's immediately beginning with the Soul of the Pure. He is really laying on the cards. Alright, so, the leader of the original ghouls atoning in Egypt is here to test us. This is Marik Ishtar. That position being said, he is slightly a step down from Odeon in difficulty, although not much. He still proves a good deal of a challenge. Like Odeon, his attributes are varied, as are his types, though thankfully, unlike Odeon, he begins on a normal field, so we don't have to worry about any field power bonuses on his side. Now, to start things off, I am going to use the Spirit of the Books just to see what he's defending with, because I wanted to make sure that that was the case. And we'll discard Dark Flare Knight now. And I'm not going to attack with Mirage Knight just because I want to make sure that we get some... Oh, shoot. Well, that's not good. Thankfully, Flame Swordsman was the last one, so we're not in too dire of a strait. Okay, so his monsters, or rather his non-tribute monsters, have 1700 attack or less, and he has a particularly potent single tribute beater in Cybertech Alligator, 1 tribute, 2500 attack, so can be kind of devastating. Let's go with the Maiden with the Eyes of Blue, use its effect to get rid of our traitorous Flame Swordsman, and then we'll discard Maiden with the Eyes of Blue. I don't want to do that, but I might have to accept it. And Blue Eyes should at least provide a decent means of flooding the of protecting my field. He did weaken me with a Spellbinding Circle, but that's alright. Even though his monsters only have 1700 attack or less, or rather his non-tribute ones, his weaker monsters do have strong points. He has Revival Jam in his deck like we do, that can swarm the field. He has Visor Death, which can weaken your monsters just from it activating its effect. New Doria, which, while weak, when it's sent to the graveyard, can destroy the strongest monster on your field. And then a monster known as Visor Shock can send cards on your field back to your hands, so it is pretty strong. And then, as you saw with the humanoid with the humanoid slime, it has a solid defense of 2,000. Okay, good thing I didn't discard. Good thing I didn't discard my Vampire Lord then. Hopefully I get it back on this turn. Okay, he's using Revival Jam, and okay, thankfully Amazon Archers is there, so we do get Revival Jam back. Alright. We'll get rid of one of his Revival Jams, crash into it with our Stern Mystic. Destroy his weakened monster with 1. Destroy his defense position Wormdrake with Vampire Lord, and then take out Revival Jam. Or take out some life points with Revival Jam. In addition to those monsters, he has a number of spells and traps that are still potent, like Odeon. As we saw, he's got field removal like Raigeki, he's got Harpy's Feather Duster for back row, he's got Soul of the Pure to increase his life points, he also has stalling ability with Swords of Revealing Light, and general support like the Spellbinding Circle that he weakened our Blue Eyes with, so he's pretty strong. Thankfully, though, I think we're pretty solid. So, just a little more and we should be fine, though he could easily turn this around with a Raigeki. But I think we'll be alright. Yeah, we have just enough attacks left to take him out, and might as well get all of my monsters in on the fun. Opponents out of LP, dual victory, deck capacity increased by 5. Kind of weird that... I guess we can possibly duel these guys again, but I don't know why you would. Anyway, 10,000, about 10,000 Domino was obtained. Okay. Swords of Revealing Light was obtained. Okay, good to have another copy of that. It does cost a lot, but hey, stalling ability is helpful, especially when you're trying to summon god cards. I see. You have learned much from your previous duels. Seipher, I believe that you can control Ra. I need the Winged Dragon of Ra. Awaken, the Winged Dragon of Ra. Receive the Winged Dragon of Ra battle mode. The deck adjustment menu will be opened. I don't really need to worry about it. Ra has awakened. Yeah, that's it. The Winged Dragon of Ra is back in all its glory. Unfortunately, no. What are you saying, Marik? Have you forgotten? The Winged Dragon of Ra has one other form. Its immortal form. The Phoenix mode. I remember that. That's the scariest mode of them all. Yes, exactly. Then wake up that form. That I cannot do now. It's true that I woke up the third form in the past. However, that was when my darkness ruled my heart. I have no idea how to awaken it now. There must be a secret. But there is nothing to fear. Ra is immensely powerful, even in its present form. It should be sufficient to help seal the dark being. However, there must be a secret behind the Phoenix mode. You should return if you discover what it is. We'll do that, Marik. I'm sure Paradox will help us. He'll tell us where Pegasus' castle is. Yeah, Phoenix mode or not, we can get the job done. We'll put Reshef down for good. Alright, well, since we have Ra now, might as well take a look at it. So, Ra's battle power has been unleashed. It is a dragon, despite being a machine type and divine attribute, that can cut your life points down to 1 and deal the difference between your life points starting amount and 1 as damage to your opponent. This is not a good effect in vanilla Reshef. Like all god cards, it takes 3 tributes to summon, and you're probably thinking you could easily tear stuff up with him. Well, unfortunately, Ra, despite being listed as the most powerful of the Egyptian gods, is honestly not all that great in Sacred Cards and Reshef for reasons that are beyond his control. Like I said, while he is a divine monster, he takes 3 tributes to summon, and it is hard to get field presence to tribute 3 monsters in the first place. Unlike the TCG and anime, his attack and defense are a solid 4,000, which is good, but it doesn't really help him out all that much when facing other divine monsters. Frankly, though, it is better than TCG, considering most of the monsters that I would recommend to be able to swarm the field to get a god card out would not provide Ra a good amount of stats when summoned if he works out how he did in the actual game. Additionally, him being a machine type is also kind of a weakness despite being a dragon. Because he is a machine type, he has a noticeable weakness that is the Umi spell card, which will transform the terrain into ocean. This reduces his attack and defense by 30%, so 2,800 attack and 2,800 defense. Not all that great if you get the field changed on you. So honestly, good, but not great. However, I'd suppose if you do need a god card and you don't want to use Slifer, this is probably the best one that you're going to have. But now that we have 2 Egyptian god cards at our disposal, Master Marik will decipher the hieroglyphics, but he will need time. It is best if you continue your quest. I will wait for you here and inform you of his progress. Please visit us occasionally. I'm sure that will please Master Marik. Please give my regards to Mistress Ishizu. We will do that, Odeon, but with 2 Egyptian god cards at our disposal now, we can finally start looking for Sol Chevalsky's hiding place. Granted, I'm pretty sure I already know where it is, and I'm surprised that Yugioh and Joey don't know, considering who Sol Chevalsky is. Anyway, next time, we're returning to China to seek Paradox's help to find that location. I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.